You're watching The Bear Pantry Show. My name is Barbara, and for over a decade, I've been teaching viewers and subscribers how to cook authentic dishes from my home country of Belize and many other delicious dishes from basic ingredients.
You're watching The Bear Pantry Show.
You love delicious homemade desserts, but recipes can be complicated and take so long to make. Hi, I'm Barbara McNabb Greenwich here with my new cake cookbook. Imagine this, the perfect slice of cake, moist, fluffy, and oh so delicious. Now imagine you made it. Watch this. Mix the ingredients for chocolate cake, then mix the ingredients for flan. Pour the batter for the chocolate cake in a bundt pan, then gently pour the flan on top and bake. Watch the flan and chocolate cake batter switch places magically to make this impossible cake. Look. Your kids will devour this simple chocolate cake. All you need is a whisk to mix the batter. After the cake is assembled and frosted, you can decorate it with chocolate candies like this to make the cake look like a barrel of chocolates. And one of my favorites, just mix the ingredients, then add grated carrots, raisins, and crushed pineapple. Then bake and frost with cream cheese frosting for the most moist carrot cake ever, just like Grandma used to make. Whether you're a cake boss or a total newbie, this book makes baking a piece of cake. From classic red velvet to moist pound cakes and wild and wacky creations like these beautiful gelatin cakes, you'll be proud to take any of these cakes to your next potluck or cookout. Because I was born and raised in the beautiful country of Belize, I've also included cakes like black fruit cake, white fruit cake, trifle, and milk cake. And there is also a secret extra recipe in the back of the book.
It's really mistake-proof. I never knew homemade cakes would be this easy.
Everyone loves my tres leches cake because it tastes so much better when it's made from scratch. And look, I even added a recipe for chocolate tres leches cake. Your cakes just won't look good. They'll taste legendary. Guaranteed. Get your copy of Get Baked today and let's get baking.
Available now at Amazon and bearpantryshow.com.
Hey guys, let me make sure I have sound. Yeah, the mute is off. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Carla. Good morning, Kathy. I think that's it so far. 10 people in the chat. Can you give the video a like on your way in, okay? I'm not going to be here long because I have to leave at 9:15 with Joe to go to Costco to get eggs. I don't normally go to Costco on egg day, but I have some banking that I need to do, and the bank is in the same parking lot with Costco. Plus, Joy wants us to pick him up some eggs, and just in case they change the rules and you can't get two, then there's two of us to get one each, right? So Joy couldn't go Saturday because he was tied up, and then Sunday they were closed. So the minute I woke up this morning, Brenna sent me a text, and then somebody else sent me a text, and they said that the Holy Father is gone. Now, I know that he was sick, and he was sick with something respiratory, but I thought he was getting better, right? And I know he's older and the lung thing that he had is not good, yada, yada. But I find it very suspect that the minute Shady went over there to try to meet him, well, he shook his hand, right? I think they said the Pope kind of snubbed him, but he shook his hand, and then boom, the Pope is gone. And I ain't saying he did it now, but I'm saying it's a bad omen. And can you believe if Obama or Biden or Kamala or Hillary or any of them had gone to see the Pope and the next day he was gone, what the GOP would be running with, the narrative they'd be running with? I'm saying it's bad luck on him. Child, I wouldn't want to be the last one to see the Holy Father and then he's gone. Are you crazy? No, don't get me wrong. I'm not Catholic. I was baptized as a Methodist when I was born in Belize because my dad's a Methodist and my mom had to succumb to his beliefs. But my mom put us in Episcopal or Anglican schools. So I went to Anglican schools my entire upbringing. I went to All Saints. Anybody come in here from Belize and say they went to All Saints the same time I did? I have one question to ask you. Who was the principal? If you can't tell me who the principal was, you're lying. After that, I got accepted into the prestigious St. Catherine's Academy Catholic school. And I went there for like 3 years. And then I came to America. All right. So I know the dogma, I know the beliefs. I have respect for people's, religion. I have respect for people's holiness at the top. I can go to anybody's, what do you call it? They're not all called church, temple, hall, whatever, right? I could go to anybody's stuff and I'll show respect for the people who are in authority, even if they're not in authority over me per se. Let's put it that way, right? I could go to, I would have respect for an imam. Is that how you say imam or iman? Iman? I don't know. Is there an N or M at the end? I would have respect for them. So this man goes over there for what? Why did he have to go see this man? Right? Why do you have to go see the Pope? Just sit your ass down somewhere. Yes, he's a no-no. Uh-huh. Hi, Steph. Hi, Steph, my darling. How you feeling today? You love the intro? Oh, the commercial? The commercial? Look, guys, I am having a lot of trouble with the makeup that I'm using right now, and every so often I will have this kind of trouble where either it's too old or I have to switch brands, but I am at the bottom of the barrel with my makeup. You're a proud Catholic? Are you? I didn't know that, Carla. I've known you forever and I didn't know that you were a Catholic. Did I get that right? Are you a Catholic? Well, Episcopal and Anglican is same but different, right? We just believe that the priests can marry, and we believe that women can be priests. That's the difference between us and them, right? I want to show you. Crap, hold on. Oh yeah. That news kind of shook me though. It kind of shook me because I like this Pope. I liked Pope Francis. I think he was very modern, very with the times, and I think he tried to do a lot of good for the Catholic Church and for the world. And unfortunately, I told you guys this before, maybe at my other channel, I feel like the next one that's going to go is going to be King Charles. I realized I spoke with somebody on Friday and I realized that I misunderstood something. When Charles was sick the other day and they said he had adverse reaction to treatment, I assumed the treatment was Nemo. You know what I mean, right? That's what I assumed the treatment was. This person told me no, they never said the word Nemo, Venmo. You know what I'm saying? They said treatment. And that person told me that Charles is very holistic and he's probably just using natural things. So, child, if you're using natural things to fight the big C, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. They're all going to go one at a time. And then it's going to come over this side of the water. I know the call no name can now come for me. The Pope was a hoot. Yeah. I like the Pope. God bless his soul. He waited till Easter. He waited till after. Did he die on Easter Day? Can somebody tell me? Was it on 420 that he passed or 421? I was sad when I saw the report. He's not even my Holy Father, but I was sad. And honestly, I'll be sad too when Charles is gone. I don't like what Charles did to Diana. I will forever hate him for that. But I love that Charles is about the environment. Anybody that's about the environment, I can get with it. It's like, come on, we have to leave this world for the young ones. And the young ones are getting smarter in books and smarter on computers, but dumber in real life. They don't have any survivable skills. And I'm talking about most Gen Zers and Gen A'ers. No, if you write something in a join up or cursive, they don't know how to read it. That's like Morse code to them. If you write something in shorthand, oh, they hella don't. I'm going to start putting my shorthand videos out again. I was putting the shorthand videos out at the other page and I stopped. And I think I'm going to go buy a dry erase board because I think my dry erase board went in and the marker went in or whatever. I'll buy one and I'll pick up where I left off and start to put those out again so we can have another language. You know what I mean? Your screen is frozen. Is anybody else's screen frozen? Cena's screen is frozen. On the 21st, thank you, Carla. Thank you, Carla. So let me show you what I use normally for like right above my eyelashes here to let my eyes are sunken in naturally. They're just not because I'm old. They're just built that way, like my dad's eyes. This is what I use. NYX Epic Wear. You guys see it? The light might be messing it up. They don't have this anymore for sale at Amazon. And if you find one, you may or may not get it. And it's $58. I'm not even exaggerating. This stuff is like $9. When Target has it. So Jada says I'm going to have to go to Ulta. So I'm going to try to see if I can pop in there today. Okay. So this is what I wear. And this doesn't give me any trouble. My friend Linda, before she passed in 2016, was the person that bought me the first one because I used to have trouble with whatever makeup I was wearing on my eyes. That stuff, the minute I put it on, my eyes burn. Whatever I'm using now, I'll show you afterwards. My eyes burn. They start to feel sticky and I start to get pain. I was like, oh God, I've been going through a lot this week that I've been trying to vlog every day. I don't think there's any aunties in here. I think everybody's like our age or younger. Thomasina, I think they're all our age or younger. So I bought this one. Jada says buy this one, but she warned me that it was going to be short. Vivid Mattes from NYX again. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Vivid Matte. I bought it from Amazon, and Jada told me that I was going to be upset because it was going to come dry. Look how dry that is. You can't get nothing. See? Look at the brush. You see how dry it is? I'm touching it just a little bit coming off. Dry, dry, dry. Everybody said I should have sent it back to Amazon, but it would cost me more gas to go take it to the UPS store to send this back to Amazon. Okay? So this Jada said don't even buy it from the store because it comes that way. NYX, you need to do better. Need to do better. Oh, somebody reached out to me and wanted me to they wanted me to do a commercial for their gaming chair. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with a gaming chair? I don't game. And then they said it's for anybody who sits for long lengths of time at their desk. And I tried to sit here at this desk to edit, but goddamn, this chair hurts. So I might answer those people. They might just want to give me the chair for free and let me do a video. I might actually do that, guys, because I want a chair. So this doesn't cause any problem because this is for the brow. All I have to do is touch right here where I have gray hair. Praise God. Praise God. I don't have to like draw in brows and stuff. So this one works fine. That doesn't cause any problem. This is what I've been using over the eyelid because I don't have any of those. And this one is to put fine hair in the brows. But I've been using this over the eyelid. And I think this is what's effing up me. Between this one, this is, again, it's NYX, but it's for the brows. It's between this one. Put all this back. And this one. And this one's from Maybelline. That's my granddaughter's name. Maybelline. I feel like this one's done. It's like waxy and goopy. And when I put it on, it starts melting right away and cause a big problem. So I think I need to get one of these. But these things cost money, guys. If I were to replace this one, and this one, I need a cool $30. Child. Whatever you guys donate to Cash App from here on in, these are the three that I'm going to replace. Not this vivid one. This one. This epic one. Jada, I need these three eye thingies. You think Ulta will have them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they going to be like $9 each?
Yeah.
Crap. I can't use can you send the money that I have on Venmo to my account for me?
Yeah.
Do you need my phone?
Yeah.
I think it's outside on the couch.
Can I do it after?
Yeah. Because I couldn't use the Venmo card.
You want to pull the door?
No, because she's going to scratch.
We'll just crap it. Leave it crash.
Why? What happened?
Well, just because I have my TV playing. I don't know if it's bugging you.
Okay, we'll pull it and then see if she'll scratch up the door. I leave it so she can come and go as she please.
Okay.
Like the Louvre? Like the Louvre? Oh, like the live. Carla. Then I need this too. I'm like digging in here with a Q-tip. I'm like, God damn, I might not be able to go on camera for a while until I can get makeup, guys. 18 people, that's my number. 18 people, can you like the live? Does anybody want to come up and say hello? I'm only going to be here till 9:15. We only have a little bit of time left. I have to go to Costco with Joe, but I told my friend Brenda to text me anything in the morning time when I need to know what's going on in the news because she's 3 hours ahead of me and I sleep till about 7:30 because I go to bed like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I sleep till like 11:30, not 11:30, 7:30. I wake up before 8. If I go past 8, I feel miserable when I wake up. So like 7:15, 7:30 is when I get the news. So I say, send me any news that happened overnight because I need to know because whatever happens, I'm going to go live and talk about it. Because the hell, why is everybody else live and trending and throwing cards and, eating their mukbangs and I can't be live talking about it? God bless the soul of the Pope. What they say, I pray for the repose of his soul. That's what the Catholics say, right? And I hope that if anybody made it into heaven, if there is a heaven, I hope he made it because I really feel like he tried to make a difference in people's lives. You know, the Catholic Church has a lot of dogma that I don't agree with, but they try to change, you know, and whenever you need help, you can go to any Catholic church, right? You need immigration help, go to the nearest Catholic church. They'll put you to the right one that's going to get you help. Need food, show up at the Catholic Church. And the Anglican Church too. And what's the other one called? The Lutheran. They're all similar, right? Show up to them churches. Don't show up to the evangelical churches and need help. At least the one I went to. Because they'll ask you, are you a member? Did you tithe? They ain't gonna give you not even one can of beans. The hell? Damn. Hi, Lisa. You're making tortillas. That sounds so good. I had oatmeal today. I didn't do bad with Easter yesterday. I had the one little plate of food that I showed you guys. And I had two-thirds cup of ice cream, lactose-free vanilla ice cream. And two-thirds cup is because that's the measurement on the box of ice cream. It's 130 calories. And I had my kombucha. I didn't have any sodas. I didn't have any cake because I had a big piece of that potato pound when my sister was here. So I had to be good. You know, I got to stay focused. I want to stay away from the sugary things, not fruits, but sugary things until Mother's Day. Usually we eat our powder buns on Friday. Joe says I don't even have to make that from now till Mother's Day. Mother's Day is the 11th, I think, this year. So from now, today's the what? 21st? I can do that. I can stay away from sugary treats from now till Mother's Day. And you see that I had my pop-up kitchen yesterday. Esther and Jory and Dean came. Mabel couldn't come because she had to work, and the little cousin couldn't come because she had to work. But they all came and enjoyed the food and relaxed and laughed, and all the dogs were here. Gaia was here. The next pop-up kitchen is probably going to be the day before Mother's Day. That's the next pop. I'm really truly taking off with this thing, the pop-up kitchen. And why am I doing it? Because in chaos, like I said in one of my videos, in times of chaos, when we're all depressed and stressed and worried, we need to build a community and cling to each other and strengthen each other. You know, my cousin Crystal works for Head Start. That's what they want to ask next. All right. Can you imagine just worrying about your job? You know, so we need to pull together for each other and build each other up in this time. And I figure nothing better to do it over than a meal. You know, it doesn't cost too much to make the meals that I'm making. God will provide. God will provide the funds for me to keep doing it. And so far, I'm inviting family because I know them, but I'll invite my viewers as I vet them and move along. You know what I mean? I've already told Tahara, I know she thought I was joking, but if she want to come, she can come. For real, Lisa. I made the bread from scratch to do the stuffing yesterday. When I went to the store and saw Walmart was selling one of them bimbo bread for $4, I'm like, I'm good. You know what I learned yesterday? That the government, before Biden left, he bailed out the egg farmers. And he told them, here's some money to hold you over so you don't take a loss because of the bird flu and the scarcity and yada yada. But don't raise the price of the eggs on the people. And you know what they did? They raised the price, and then the store raised the price. 5 dozen egg for $21.60. Shit, I could buy more chicken. Not live chicken, no, but dead chicken. I could buy more chicken for $21 than I could get with eggs. And normally I don't run out before the end of the month, but I ran out right now because I done made all them cakes and stuff. You know what I mean? $21.60 at Costco for 5 dozen egg. And I know it's more expensive elsewhere. It's $36 at Walmart. And they profited. I don't know the numbers, and I'm going to make up numbers because it was such a wild profit. So let's say they make $9 million normally for profit. They made $165 million. It was such a big disparity. That's like if you come and you say, okay, Barbara, I know times are hard. Let me give you $10,000 to hold you over for your book sales. But sell your books for the same price that you normally sell them for. Don't sell it for more, all right? Because the books are scarce. Amazon says they only can make so much books a month. They're scarce. But here's some money to hold you over for the book sales that you might not make. And then I go behind your back and I jack up the price of the books to $50, $100, $200. And I make a huge profit on the book sales. And I still pocket your money. That's exactly what the egg farmers and the stores did. Can you believe? Well, I don't even have to ask, can you believe that? You knew they were going to do that. Mm-hmm. And you guys see, you don't even have to buy my bread book. Carla, told me when she made the white loaf, which is the one I made for the stuffing, she said exactly what you said in the book is exactly what I measured, and the bread came out good. That's what I tried my hardest to do with my recipes. I don't try to play around with my recipes and tell you guys put a little bit of this and then it's more. Like my mom, she didn't mean to do this, but I never let her live it down, right? She told me one time how to make bread pudding. And she told me to put 12 eggs in the bread pudding. Mother Ross, I put 12 eggs and I got slop. I got like a custard. I said, Mommy, where did I go wrong? And she said, Well, what size bread pudding you making? And I said, Well, regular 9 by 13. No, when Mommy make bread pudding, she do them big, 20 by 40, like a sheet. She do the big sheet. I was doing this. And she said, Oh my God, I thought you were doing the size. That's why I tell you, I know she didn't mean to do that. She was giving me the size she normally makes. So she assumed that being that I see her make that size, that I would make that size. So after that, I had to get really specific. I'm going to do a 9 by 9, Mommy. I'm going to do a 9 by 13. How much do I need to do the potato pong? How much do I need to do this? So I don't do that shit to people. I go through the thing sometimes 4, 5, 6 times. That's why I can't do cooking videos no more. It's too expensive. I'm not lying. It's too expensive to buy the ingredients to test a recipe 2, 3 times to get it perfect, to then show you how perfect it is, and then to still have people come and cuss me out. Not you guys. And I have to say, over the past week, over Holy Week, I've gotten so many positive compliments from people that they made me cry happy tears, because I usually just get bashed in the face with a shovel from the people who are so unhappy and so ungrateful because they don't realize what it takes to make a whole damn cooking video. They think it's easy to stand there in the heat, to beg people in your family to film you, to have to set up things, to touch your camera with your floury hand, to move it here, to move it there, to make it interesting, to put your camera in the oven, in the microwave, in the fridge, everywhere else I have to put the damn camera. The camera look like shit now. I think the microphone on the camera that I'm using right now is going out. Not this one, but the other one, because when I edit, I keep hearing it only in one ear. And it's not the computer. I've already tested that. So I might have to pull that mic off of that camera. Since I'm not going live on that camera right now, I might have to pull the mic off of that and start using that. It sucks. It sucks because I like my camera that I have right now. I like the mic, I mean. Bromelina, hi, darling. How are you? Oh, no, the flu. Oy. Lots of water, they say, right? Lots of water, lots of water. And what's the thing Miss Lucky like to let me take? Every time I get sick, Miss Lucky send me some. That thing's so nasty, but I drink it because she sends it. What's that thing? What's that tea? Carla, you know what it is. That I think it's like a tea, right? But it's so strong. She sent it when I had COVID. She sent it when I had the flu. Oh my goodness. I know, Bromelina. I don't know if you're Catholic, I know most people in Spain are, right? But the Holy Father is gone. It's a sad day. I think it's a sad day. And like I said, I'm not saying Shady Vance did it, but I'm saying it's a very bad omen for him. I would not want to be the last person to see the Holy Father. Are you crazy? What? No. Right away, I would have felt guilty. Oh my God. Did my presence cause him to die? you know? Yeah, it's a sad day. It's a sad day. I'm not Catholic, but I'm very empathetic. You know what I mean? I have a lot of when I go to anybody's church, I have a lot of respect for who to lead. I used to tell the pastor of the church I attended from '08 to 2016, I said, it angers me when you walk into this church, meaning him, because they don't walk down the aisle like the Catholics and the Anglicans do, right? He comes from a little back office over there. When everybody's already singing, he'll walk in and try to make his presence not seen. And that's the way they do it. I don't know why, but that's the way they do it. And when he walks in, I always stand. Me and Joel, we always stand. And then he'll wave at us and then we'll sit. And nobody else stands. And so I go to him and I say, why can't they stand? Why can't they stand when you walk in? It's so rude. I think that's why that preacher really respected Joe and me, you know? You think Catholics are drawn to me? You know, I went to Catholic school for high school. We used to go to church every Friday for Lent. I used to love going to church Friday for Lent. Why? Because it got me out of math class. But I love the hymns. Did you guys hear me reciting the hymns in the shows lately? You guys let me know if you like that. Because there's a lot of hymns that I remember from the time I was little, and the words are so profound. Like one of the verses that I said when I was showing the food, and I said, you know, that subdue our flesh through sparing use of daily food, because we are gluts, and I'm talking about me name the top, but oh no, we tend to be gluts, and every time I eat, I tend to consciously say eat less, not even for the weight loss, but just for good health, because I think if you overeat, you really f up your health. Less is more. I see Joe father, he died at 91 because of the prostate. But if he had taken the things we told him to give him, the saw palmetto, the lycopene, and the pumpkin seed oil, he would have never died from that thing, right? But he never had a sick day in the hospital till he got sick and died. 91 years old. That man never ate a vegetable in all his born days. Never got sick. Just ate the Belize food. The rice and beans, the stew beans and white rice, the fish, the chicken. But he ate very little. I don't think he ate everything on a salad plate. Never been fat, always skinny, little salad plate, and that's what he ate. And he didn't pile it high like that. He just put a little bit. I'm going to learn a lesson from him. You guys, it's 9:19. I got to get my butt out of here. I got to go put on my shoes and grab everything that I need to grab, because I'm going to go to the bank while Joe goes to Costco. Then I'll meet him over there. And then we're going to grab just a few things. The eggs for Jorian, for us, and then the vegetables. I need some vegetables and a couple of fruits. Wait. Thomasina put up a video about the drama. I gotta go watch. You guys enjoy your day too. I'm gonna continue with the vlogs. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna continue with the vlogs. They're not gonna be daily because I'm gonna have trouble with my eyes if I do them daily, and I'm struggling to get them up by 7 o'clock in the evening my time, and I put them out late and then nobody watches and yada yada. So what I'm gonna do is at least 3 to 4 times a week. So maybe like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, maybe something like that. Or maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Whatever happens, 2 days are going to be back to back if I do 4, because it's only 7 days a week, right? You guys, may the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart always be acceptable to you, O Lord. I'm really going to spend the day praying unceasingly, mourning with the Catholics, because like I said, I'm Episcopalian. It's similar, right? And cry out that Jabez prayer. Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my coast and my territory and take all my enemies out of my sight and do with them what you will. Like Pontius Pilate said, I take my hand off of my enemies, Lord. In the name of Jesus. Amen. All right? I'll go to Costco. I may pop back on again a little bit later. We'll see. Okay? Bye, guys. Be good.